All right, hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to TC Day 2. We are super pumped to have you all here in our virtual booth. My name is Nehul Vias. I'm a Director of Analytics Consulting and leader of our Tableau Solution Group here at Avaap. We're so appreciative of the opportunity to present to you all today, and certainly appreciative of your attendance and engagement throughout this session as we discuss the work Avaap collaborated on with NiSource in the design, build, and deployment of a state of talent analytics capability that helps refine and implement talent management strategies for the company. Before we dig into our topic, I'd like to provide just a quick overview of Avaap and share a little bit about ourselves. Avaap is a cross-platform, industry-specialized global IT advisory and management consulting firm. Our span of consulting and technology resources enable us to build for the future faster and better than before, combining a massive breadth of experienced consultants across several consulting practice areas and with the ability to support clients across multiple sectors and industries. Our analytics practice is in Avaap's Advisory Services Business Unit, which combined with other market-leading advisory practice groups enables Avaap's consulting resources to support our clients through various offerings ranging from business analysis and process design, enterprise solution strategy, organizational change management, program and project management, and testing and deployment project activities. These consulting offerings provide our clients with the assurance that Avaap brings market-leading technical and functional consulting resources to every engagement to support our clients' goals. Our analytics offerings span the entire data value chain from organizational data strategy, where we help clients develop a comprehensive roadmap to their analytics and technology investments, rapid ROI, where the focus is on driving adoption and utilization of an analytics capability across the organization's footprint, and continuous value to focus on sustained and scalable growth. These three pillars are complemented through our ability to execute engagements from robust and transformative solution delivery supporting enterprise data initiatives, rapid Tableau dashboarding quick starts, Tableau technical health checks with a focus on the infrastructure setup and configuration of the Tableau environment, and we even serve as a managed services provider to some of our clients to fully host their Tableau capability, accompanied with full service operational SLAs and hands-on maintenance and administration. Avaap, of course, is a TC sponsor again this year, and we are very much looking forward to engaging with you all through our virtual booth. So come check us out and let us learn about your data journey. So with that said, we've got a gem of a use case today. I am so thrilled for our two guest speakers today. John Little, Talent Strategy Manager at NiSource. Welcome. How are you? And thanks for joining us today.
Good, thanks, Neil. Glad to be here.
Awesome. And Ayush Bhatia, consultant in our analytics practice, and who really had his hands deep with NiSource collaborating on the State of Talent dashboard. Ayush, welcome.
Thanks, Nehul. Happy to be here and excited for the talk.
Awesome. Donna, I wanted to make sure that we could provide the proper context to NiSource and its space in the utilities market. If you could give us an overview of the company, if you don't mind.
Yeah, happy to do that. And again, hello, everybody. I'm Jonna Little. I am the Manager of Talent Strategy at NiSource. My team's responsible for HR analytics, succession planning, and development, as well as performance management and employee experience. A little bit about NiSource. We're a regional utility company providing natural gas and electric to customers in the Midwest. We provide service in 7 states under the Columbia Gas and NIPSCO brands, serving more than 3.5 million customers. And we currently employ about 8,300 employees. And our employees are dedicated to ensuring that Columbia Gas and NIPSCO customers have safe and reliable gas and electric service. We are focused on strategically investing in our infrastructure, including improving reliability for our customers and communities, making it easier for customers to do business with us, providing additional access to natural gas and electric service, and reducing emissions and preserving our natural resources. So I'm super excited to talk about how NiSource and Avaap partnered in this last year to develop the State of Talent dashboard to help us gain greater insights into our talent at NiSource. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our use case and provide a little bit of context to what we were trying to accomplish. We partnered with Ayush last year to help our organization gain some efficiency and deeper analytic insights into our state of talent at NiSource. This was really, truly an opportunity to evolve our existing talent analytics capabilities and address succession planning needs and activities to ensure that we have top talent in critical roles and leadership positions. Our objective in developing the State of Talent dashboard was to help our team and leaders gain insight into the bench strength of talent. So where do we have those ready now, ready won successors? Ultimately, to reduce any risk to our talent pipeline with a focus on critical roles. So ensuring we have good, diverse, and female representation on our succession plans. From a historical context, getting at this type of information and insight was a very manual process with multiple data sources and complex analysis. Annually, we provide our executive leadership team and board a picture of the talent at NiSource, which we call the State of Talent. This annual report could take up to 30 days to produce, which was super time consuming and resource intensive. In some cases, we were not able to produce the level of analysis that was actually needed due to the manual nature of this work, the multiple data sources, and or the lack of internal capability. This also limited our ability to report on the state of talent more often than just once a year. But now, through this partnership with Ayush, we can easily look at readiness and depth of succession many different ways to identify where NiSource may not have good bench strength or a risk to the pipeline. So overall, the State of Talent dashboard gives us those quick insights, eliminating that manual work that we had to do in the past to get to this information. So Ayush, I'm going to turn it over to you to share a little bit more about our development journey.
Thank you, Jana, for sharing those valuable insights. All right, let's talk about the development journey. Our journey started by understanding and completely digesting the complex business logic and caveats associated with what goes into the State of Talent dashboard. Along with NiSource's workflow and timing of the performance management process, we identified multiple streams of data. We heavily leveraged Tableau prep to blend, clean, and prepare the data while considering the dashboard design for effective interaction and engagement. In our design considerations, we make sure that NiSource leaders using this dashboard have a view across the organization that drives value by providing aggregated insights on key critical roles and incumbent successor relationships to support responsive and informed data-driven decisions while leaving room for growth and capability expansion. With that being said, let's move on to the approach we took while developing the State of Talent dashboard. We approached this dashboard development effort with an agile methodology, starting with rapid prototyping and iterative development feedback cycles. If we were going to fail, we wanted to fail fast. With that said, we did not want to wait for all the requirements and scope to be finalized and started our initial investigations, quickly followed by the idea and vision and prototyping those ideas to life while working with the end users to finalize requirements. We leveraged NiSource HR and talent subject matter experts to help flesh out the use cases and set up a consistent prototype feedback cycle while providing them with more hands-on engagement with Tableau to help with knowledge transfer and adoption. Finally, it was imperative that we build a flexible solution that can react quickly to unknown business requirements where things are changing at 1,000 miles an hour in an organization like NiSource. Let's quickly look at the solution before we talk about some highly value-adding use cases in detail. So on my screen, you'll see the State of Talent dashboard. This dashboard is for illustration purposes only, and all the data is marked out. So as you can see at the top of the dashboard is divided into 4 high-level areas. That's position, succession, people, and demographics. Each of those sections have a dashboard as well as a data tab so that the leaders can get valuable aggregated insights and still have the ability to dig down at the line level of the data to take action. For example, the positions dashboard lets users slice and dice data for NiSource's current incumbents and how they're placed. Succession pool was one of our big goals for this dashboard because this really gives the users to slice and dice the data in multiple different dimensions, giving them access to value-added insights. Similarly, we have the data tab where the leaders can dig deep into it. And we also have the lookup searches where users can come in and look at, find the specific people in the talent pool that they need to take action with, either be a positive or negative or whatever this action may be. With that said, I'm going to transition it back to Joanna to go over some additional use cases.
Thanks, Ayush. So, as you can tell, as you were looking at the dashboard there, lots of different ways for us to slice and dice that data based upon whether internally we were looking at doing some analysis or we were responding to needs by the business and the leaders in the business. So looking at some actionable insights here, we're focused on safety at NiSource. In 2018, we embarked on a journey to enhance our safety management system, which was primarily focused on identifying and reducing risk in the organization. Now, obviously, working for a utility company, it's easy to see how important it is to keep our employees, our customers, our communities, and our contractors safe in the field, right? We want to make sure that we are proactively identifying and addressing those risks. But you might ask yourself, well, how does that apply to talent? Well, one of the aspects when considering risk is ensuring we have the right people in the right roles and ensuring we have a pipeline of successors that can help to drive that risk mitigation. So ultimately, when we're looking at this successor analysis, we're trying to determine, do we have those ready now, ready won successors? What does that bench strength look like? One area that we are able to really focus in on or filter on are critical roles. And we went through a whole exercise where we identified the critical roles in the organization that were necessary to helping us not only achieve our strategic goals, but really with that focus on safety. And so we can really easily tell where we have ready now or ready won successors in those critical roles. Another layer that we can add on to that would be to look at where we may have some risks. So for example, risk of retirement. So of those incumbents who may be ready for retirement or within that retirement time frame, and do we have those ready now successors? And if we don't, what action should we be taking to make sure that we do? Another area that we can take a look at is we can look at our succession by position. So I'll give you an example here. We have a position, it's our Operations Center Manager role, or what we call the OCM role. Not only is it a critical position, but it's one that is hard to find good talent. And so with this dashboard, we're able to look across the states for that talent and assess that bench strength. So again, looking at OCMs, one of the ways that we may analyze this information is look to see, okay, who do we have that is a ready now or a ready won OCM as a successor on a succession plan? Maybe there's a position that has opened up in Virginia, and we have OCMs across our entire 7 states. Are there OCMs that are ready now, ready won, that are willing to relocate? So can we quickly get to that data so that we can identify who those individuals are and start to have those career conversations and determine if there's some mobility there? So one of the things that we'll talk about here in a second is continuous improvement opportunities, but we'd like to be able to look at adding in some employee profile data so that we can get to mobility, willingness to move to another location. Some of the other elements that we're looking at from a continuous improvement perspective is marrying this data with our compensation. So for example, we may have some compression issues, frontline leaders versus our frontline workers, and maybe we're not seeing that succession depth that we would like to see of those frontline leaders moving into those, frontline workers moving into those frontline leader roles. Is there a way for us to add in a layer looking at that compensation to help us identify, do we have an issue there that we need to address? It also helps us to be able to look at any retention strategies that we might need to come up with related to compensation adjustments based upon those key roles. Something else that we would like to look at doing from a continuous improvement opportunity is incorporating development plan progress. So of those successors that we have identified, we put in a lot of work to work with those individuals to develop succession plans. They actually enter those succession plans into our performance management system, and we track those. And of course, we're tracking those separately or as a separate source of information. What is the opportunity for us to be able to pull in that development plan progress data to help us run some analysis there on our succession pools as well? One other thing that I think would be helpful for us is looking at how we can incorporate recruiting data into our dashboard to help us address any diversity initiatives that we may have going on at NiSource. And then lastly, something that we've talked about is kind of taking the dashboard and flipping it upside down and looking at a way to identify current incumbents that might be doing a great job mentoring or have consistently had a good pipeline of talent successors that could be placed into key roles. So those are some of the continuous improvement opportunities that we've talked about implementing with our State of Talent dashboard. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and open it up for some questions.
Yeah, and Jonna, I love the context on the use here, because again, when we talk about analytics, we talk about data points. Not only does it seem like NiSource is looking, I guess, internally in the context of leveraging analytics for continuous improvement. Obviously, as we're looking at talent strategy and just in the overall HR space, walk me through, I guess, from an external perspective, how NiSource typically does benchmarking, and if there are opportunities from a benchmarking perspective and incorporating some of those data points into the dashboard for future growth opportunities as well.
Yeah, thanks. That's a great question. So we do benchmarking through PwC Saratoga. So a member of my team works with them to gather benchmarks for many different talent management areas. And so one of the things that we would really like to be able to see is how we can incorporate those benchmarks in. So again, as we look at things like succession pools or we look at readiness, are there some benchmarks there that we can filter in that help to provide the so what to our leaders as they're looking at this data? So Nehul, I know you know this, we can present sort of the facts, hey, here's what readiness looks like, or here's what our top talent looks like. But what our leaders really want to know is, how am I doing at that, right? Am I close? Are there gaps? What do we need to do to get our organization where it needs to be from a talent perspective?
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And I think that what's also very cool, and just as NiSource is going through this data journey and leveraging elements of Tableau, across the organization, but certainly in HR, I'm just so very curious on your personal kind of growth from an adoption perspective of leveraging the capability. I know, you've got your hands dirty with the data and are actively, not only using this particular dashboard, but HR Analytics has other dashboards that are being developed and designed right now. Walk me through that lens and your just personal perspective of your growth with Tableau.
Yeah, thanks for asking that question. And I'm kind of chuckling a little bit because I am a Tableau convert. This time last year, I was getting prepared and ready to sign up for the Tableau conference, just moving into this role of manager of talent strategy. And I didn't even know what Tableau was. So within the last year, have really grown in this space you know, from not only from a Tableau perspective, but also just from an analytics perspective, and really thinking strategically for us as an organization about how we continue to build out this capability. So, you know, one of the things that I'm super proud of is that, you know, my team has really wrapped their arms around Tableau through, you know, some of the experiences that we had working with your team at Avaap, and have started to spin up other Tableau dashboards in support of things like the COVID response this year. And what's been even better is that as we've been building these dashboards and starting to socialize them with key leaders in the organization, we're now starting to get people asking us for even more, which can, you know, it's a balance, right? But, you know, we've had some really good response from some of our senior leaders related to what we have available to us, related to Tableau and getting at these insights a lot quicker than we did before. So my growth and development in this space, as well as NiSource's, has been tremendous in the last year.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that perspective. And I will tell you, I think, you know, from our perspective in collaborating and partnering with you and NiSource and all the good people on the HR side, I mean, what a great experience for us in understanding that domain knowledge, right? And getting a sense of HR from a data perspective and all of those strategies that get put in place for elements of succession, things, you know, addressing diversity and inclusion, recruiting, retention. I mean, it's a phenomenal opportunity, and you know, we were so very lucky to collaborate with you all on this, and thank you for that experience. John Little, you are the best. Thank you so much. I want to thank the entire NiSource team for, again, co-presenting with us. Ayush, thank you again for walking us through the dashboard and the development journey. Fantastic opportunities here. I want to invite everyone again to our virtual booth here at TC. We are here for the duration. We've got great folks to network with. We'd love to understand your data journey. And just a little bit of a plug, we've got a couple of more sessions on the docket here. We've got 2 more this afternoon and then 3 tomorrow. You know, John mentioned a little bit about COVID. You know, Avaap was a big supporter of Ohio, the state of Ohio's COVID response. We've got a great session later on this afternoon to talk about that data journey as well. But again, John Little, thank you so much for your time. Ayush, Bhatia, looking forward to working with you again on several other use cases. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great TC. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.